Hi all, welcome to TCM News. Well, those who didn't fall asleep during the uh, S&P 500 session today and survive the move sideways until, let's see, until 3 p.m. Good for you guys. This move is probably thanks to the sudden move in Apple that jumped 2% in the last hour. I don't know what is the reason behind the news because I didn't see anything posted yet in on your finance, but we'll see. We'll check on it later. Anyway, the markets are closed. We're gonna close at fresh new all-time highs 618, and we traded as high as 619. So at one point we were up nearly 0.75% in that ballpark. So that's turning a day positive, but most of the price action was literally sideways. So you can observe the chart. Lows of the day 615, highs of the day 619. So that's a $4 range, way below what we expect from the S&P. But our expectation for a day like today, Monday, no news, nothing happening in the tariff zone, nothing is happening in the Middle East. I mean, on the negative side. So the tariffs are not pushing the markets either up or down. We have no earnings, no news in today. The Fed Chairman Powell will speak tomorrow in a conference in Europe. So that's actually in line with expectations, this 0.5% upside move. On the other hand, we have a couple of, overall nothing is moving, but take a look at the biggest winner today in the Nasdaq, and that's Robinhood. The stock traded higher in the morning. It was up 2% on a gap up, then started to move higher, tested 89, and then on some news there was some, I don't know, a spike. Actually the stock broke under the lows of the day. That's very uncharacteristic because many traders enter a trade and then move their stop loss to the lows of the day. That would have been a bummer because the stock drifted a couple of cents lower and then turned higher, and from basically 86 it turned an $8 profit move, an $8 move, broke them 89 all-time highs and then broke the 90 all-time highs very easy, and that could have been also an entry point, that 90 entry for those who are watching, and pretty much the best play today in the Nasdaq. Robinhood, like I said many times, it's a financial stock, but it drives from the Nasdaq and takes strength from the S&P and from financials, and there is this rumor that it's going to be added to the S&P 500. I don't know if this is the reason why it moved up so much today, but it cannot be, a random move. This is a reason I don't have time now to go to our finance and check. And actually on the platform sometimes there are news here, but it's too early for anybody to update. And bottom line, you don't need a reason. The stock was super strong versus the rest of the Nasdaq. I'm holding a list of the Big 10 of the Nasdaq, which includes Robinhood, Palantir, Oracle, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, TSM, Google, and Amazon. And by far Robinhood was the biggest mover, so it's easy to see. I think I recommended Robinhood as a day trading stock many times. It's liquidity, but today it delivered a very ugly move, but that's beside the point. So that's not an issue that we want to discuss right now. Okay, so that's Robinhood. Beautiful move, very technical, and now if we want to talk, let's see if we have enough time. Yeah, we have enough time. Let's take a look, guys, at the breakout over 89. Where is the stop loss? Basically the stock is moving from the lows. You can see it here. Basically the stock is moving from the lows all the way to the highs, and it's very tough to figure out a stop loss. Now if you wanna enter this trade, where is the stop loss? I'll have to say you'll have to risk maybe 50 cents, maybe $1. Those are the options here if you want to take this breakout. And again, indeed there weren't like great entry points on the way up. 87 was, you know, a random, could have been a random entry, but there was nothing to show at 87 that a move lower is not on the table. So I have to say that overall, if I'm thinking about this trade, sometimes you need to be lucky and you have to time your entry. And obviously this is one of the strongest stocks. It's up 200% this year, sorry, 200% in the last 2 months alone. It bottomed at 30. I won't show the chart, but anyway, good for Robinhood investors and good for those who traded it, and shame on those who didn't. But that's nothing spectacular versus what we normally trade on our power list. However, the power list today, and maybe I'll get to it, was very, let's call it this way, very uncharacteristic. Okay, so that's Robinhood, the best performer amongst the big movers, sorry, the big stocks. Palantir, which dropped like a stone. You can see this drop, which is they try to explain it over the weekend. What happened here? A huge block of shares, maybe some rebalancing of options. Anyway, as you can see, the stock started basically with a huge gap up and started basically exactly where the move lower started Friday, and then it traded sideways, and it basically ended up 4%, but the price action was anything but positive. You can see that it was mostly sideways. The move higher was rejected at 139, and then it broke the 137, and I don't know why it's trading so ugly and incoherent. It didn't work with the market because the market closed at the highs, near the highs of the day, and Palantir actually again sold off late in the day. Maybe it's a ritual. Most likely it will disappear. This ritual will disappear as soon as people will understand that it's a ritual. So other than that, let's take a look at Apple, and we'll be done with those leading stocks. And you can see here exactly at let's call it 3 p.m. Exactly at 3 p.m. the move higher started, driven obviously by some news, because there was also a pickup in volume, and that was one of the reasons I think why we closed at the highs of the day, and then a minor pullback. So we will be able to read about it on Yahoo Finance or any other source that you like. I'm using Yahoo Finance. Let's put it this way: that this is not something that anybody is expected to trade. This spike in volume, that's more random than anything else, and you can see how many people were alive after this awful price action at 3. I'm talking about individuals, not algos, not programs, and not hedge funds that are computerized, and they don't need to do anything. So individuals that wait until 3 p.m. and then buy Apple makes no sense at all. But You know, there are those who trade Apple all day, every day. Maybe they got on board with this trade, if we can call it a trade. It's more luck, I think, or news than anything else. Okay, so let's move now. We still have a couple of minutes to look at the screeners and our daily power screener. And this is the list. Oh, okay, for whatever reason I cannot bring the list into the full list into new screener. Okay, that's the power list. Okay, so on our power list, only 13 matches. Most of the stocks are I won't say pump and dump, but for whatever reason, Joby is in there, QUBT is there. You know what? Let's take a look and ignore the biotech stocks and other stocks that jumped on what I think is speculation. Let's take a look at QUBT, which is a stock that we trade. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but we trade a lot. And remember on Friday this ugly move, and now today 4 p.m. That's okay. That's 5 minutes. Let me reset the view. That was the price action today. Okay, very ugly. I'm not fond of missing a good trade in QUBT, but the price action was kind of limited. Nice close though. That's QUBT. Again, I don't think we can learn anything from this chart. We can learn from Joby. This move over 10 in the morning, it was one of our, actually the only small cap, the only preferred small cap on our lineup in the morning recap. And basically it ran higher very nicely, but the trading day ended very early at 11, and since then it's been sideways and down, so no way closing at the highs of the day. That's where we want our trades to end, and this one basically closed the business very early. Joby, that's a small cap. And let's take a look at another stock that did very well today, MGNIT, Magnite. Okay, that's shameful, because this stock delivered a very nice bull flag, guys. This will be on our watch list for a missed trade, definitely. So a bull flag, highs of the day 23.20, very tight support here on this perfect bull flag formation. Perfect. It doesn't get better than this bull flag. That's textbook. Okay, so if you want to learn what is a bull flag, you got it here. Let me draw it again. Wow, beautiful. And then it breaks 23.20 and runs $2. Okay, I think this is a huge miss for those who, like me, didn't pay attention to MGNI. I don't know why. Got tired from the awful price action today, but this is the big winner. Let's take a look at the daily chart. We still have a couple of minutes. Actually, less than half a minute. Wow. On the daily chart, amazing. Okay, so that's a breakout also on the daily chart. Too bad that I wasn't able to get a grip on this one, but clearly a huge win. MGNI up 14%. Beautiful technicalities, great volume. We'll learn from that, I hope. Okay, guys, that's enough for today. It's already after 4 p.m. And please, like I said before, if you like this video, please give us a like, and we'll see you in the next video tomorrow morning.